You watch a 19-year-old lift the World Cup and you assume it happened overnight. It did not. Every trophy started years earlier, in a small stadium outside Barcelona, with a kid who looked too small for the shirt he was wearing. Now that shirt belongs to a world champion. How did he get here so fast? Lamine Yamal was born on July 13, 2007, in Esplugue de Llobregat, Spain. He debuted for Barcelona at 15. He debuted for Spain at 16. By the time most footballers are finishing academy trials, Yamal was already collecting silverware. His first La Liga title came in the 2022-23 season, before he had even turned 16. That was only the beginning. In the summer of 2024, Yamal became the youngest player ever to feature at a European Championship. Spain won that tournament. He assisted the semi-final winner against France and scored a stunning goal of his own. UEFA named him Young Player of the Tournament. He was 17 years old, and he already had a European trophy in his hands. That same year, Tuttosport awarded him the Golden Boy, given annually to the best under-21 player in Europe. He became the youngest winner in the award's history, joining a Barcelona list that includes Lionel Messi, Pedri, and Gavi. Weeks later, he won the Kopa Trophy at the Ballon d'Or Gala in Paris, the prize reserved for the world's best young player. Researchers who study early career athletes, including sports scientists tracking accelerated development in elite academies, have pointed to Yamal as a rare case of technical maturity arriving years ahead of physical maturity. His body was still growing. His decision-making already looked finished. Then came 2025. Barcelona swept a domestic treble, winning La Liga, the Copa del Rey, and the Spanish Super Cup. Yamal was central to all three. He won the Kopa Trophy again, becoming the first player in its history to win it twice. He finished runner-up for the Ballon d'Or itself, an outcome almost unheard of for a player still a teenager. The Laureus World Sports Academy gave him the Breakthrough of the Year award, the first of what would become back-to-back honors. You might think a body cannot sustain that pace. His did. In early 2026, Barcelona won the Spanish Super Cup again. Yamal was named La Liga Player of the Season. Transfermarkt named him Player of the Season for a second consecutive year. In April, at a ceremony in Madrid, Laureus created a brand new prize, the World Young Sportsperson of the Year Award, and gave its very first edition to Yamal. He became the youngest athlete in the history of the Laureus Awards to win in consecutive years. But the biggest test was still ahead of him. In the summer of 2026, Spain traveled to the United States, Mexico, and Canada for the World Cup. Yamal turned 19 the day before Spain's semi-final against France. 2 days later, he helped his country reach the final. On July 19, 2026, in New Jersey, Spain beat Argentina 1-0 after extra time. Lionel Messi, 39 years old and playing his final World Cup, embraced Yamal at the final whistle. It looked like exactly what it was: a passing of the torch. Yamal became the youngest player in history to win both a European Championship and a World Cup. He set the record for most completed dribbles at the tournament. He became the youngest Spanish player ever to score at a World Cup, doing it against Saudi Arabia in the group stage. Former England goalkeeper Joe Hart said afterward that Yamal had, in his words, completed football. He was 19 years old. Add it together, and the list is staggering for any career, let alone one still in its first act. 3 La Liga titles, a Copa del Rey, 2 Spanish Super Cups, a European Championship, a World Cup, 2 Kopa Trophies, a Golden Boy, back-to-back Laureus Awards, a Ballon d'Or runner-up finish, 2 Transfermarkt Player of the Season honors. Even his brand grew alongside the trophies. Before the World Cup, Yamal was already earning tens of millions annually through global partners like Adidas, Visa, and Coca-Cola. Analysts compared his trajectory to Kylian Mbappe's after the 2018 World Cup, when a teenage champion suddenly became the face of an entire generation of the sport. A World Cup title only accelerated that. You watched a 19-year-old lift the World Cup and thought it happened overnight. Now you know it didn't. It happened one trophy, one record, one impossible season at a time, until the boy who looked too small for his shirt became the man the entire sport is now built around.